Hello! So today, I thought I'd talk about something I talk about the opposite about a lot, which is brands I don't trust, shady brands, brands to be leery of, brands to keep a keen eye on. I often talk about brands I don't trust a lot. So today I actually thought I'd do a little video about brands I actually do trust 100%. I trust these brands completely at this point, this date. I'm not saying if you watch this video 5 years from now, I trust them because it might not be true. Interestingly, I would say, had I made this video a year ago, there's so many brands that would have been on that list that would not have made it this time. First Aid Beauty would have been one, Paula's Choice, The Ordinary, The Inky List. They probably would have been on this list a year ago, but not today. Not necessarily because of the brand's fault. Paula's Choice was bought by Unilever. I don't really trust them fully. First Aid Beauty, I trust them a year ago today. They've been releasing a lot of new products, a lot faster, and changing ingredients on great formulas, which doesn't make me trust them anymore. The Ordinary, they've been taken over by Estee Lauder last year. The Inky List, they've probably been on a year ago, but you know what? They've been releasing so many freaking products so fast, I just don't fully trust them at this point. So, might not be the brand's fault or anything. With Paula's Choice, they were bought by Unilever, and I just don't trust them. I might still trust the brand, but their owner, I don't really trust at this point. So, it's not an incredibly long list. My last shady brand video, I think, was 15 brands long. This one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I fully trust. Maybe there'll be more in the future. So, okay, let me just start out with Geek and Gorgeous. I trust this brand at this point. They don't seem to release tons of products really fast. They seem to make each product well thought out, has a purpose, has a good ingredient list, and great for sensitive skin, and pretty affordable. At this point, I trust them. It's one brand I've had great luck with every single product they've released to this date. It doesn't seem like they're in a rush to make money, to release tons of products, and they still offer their products for reasonable prices. So at this point, I trust this brand. I've had great luck with every product from them. Next up, Stradius Skin. This brand, they're another brand. They don't tend to release products in a flurry. The owner of the brand is pretty vocal that she's very interested in skincare research, making skincare products that are great for all skin types, and seems to be pretty ethical. I remember when they announced, I believe it was about a year ago, that they're raising their prices. They explained how much they were raising them. They explained why they were raising them. They weren't doing it out of greed. They were doing it out of increased production costs and things like that. So their brand, they're not out to hurry up and make a penny. They actually care, in my opinion, about each consumer's experience with their products, making their products have great efficacy and not ridiculously expensive. And each product seems to be well thought out with a great purpose. So at this point, I trust this brand. I've had pretty good luck with most products from them that I've tried. Not everyone, but most of them. Another brand, Good Molecules. They have really impressed me recently. They now list percentages of each active ingredient with, so far, all of their newer releases I've seen. I don't necessarily know about their older products, but they're more recent, especially their retinol. I really was happy that they listed the amount of retinol in there, the amount of bakuchiol, and the amount of every other ingredient in there. They don't seem to be out to make a money grab. Their products are pretty affordable. Their retinol is $8, which is a bargain for a retinol product. And they seem to be pretty transparent, and I've had good luck with a lot of their products. And the other nice thing they did was changing a lot of their formulas, which some had fragrance and essential oils in there. They recently changed some of those to make it better for sensitive skin. So they seem to be committed to that and committed to changing and listening to customers' input, and pretty affordable. So at this point, I trust them. Another brand I trust, Regimen Lab. They don't have a whole crazy line of products, but they have a core group of products, which I've had pretty good luck with a lot of them. They seem to be very ingredient focused and research focused, and their products seem to be ones that can work for all different skin types, which their Vitamin X serum is great, and their Level serum is one of my favorites for skin brightening. Their products are fragrance free, which is great. They're all pretty affordable, and they seem to be pretty transparent. And then I also love the fact that they kind of offer up an explanation on the ingredients of their webpage. So if you're interested in looking through the ingredient list, they have explanations of a lot of them. And so far, they're a smaller brand, but I really trust them, and I've had great luck with their products. Another one, Isntree. I have to say they are one of the few brands in K-Beauty that didn't have sunscreen issues, even though they used a third-party manufacturer. Their Watery gel sunscreen, I think, has 5 or 6 filters in it. Never got red or burnt using it. So it's impressive that, I don't know, with this sunscreen Armageddon, how many different brands had issues? A ton of them, and some brands we didn't even heard of that already pulled their products because they know it wasn't great. Isntree did not have any issues with, especially their Watery gel sunscreen, which I love. Their products generally are pretty friendly for sensitive skin, although sometimes they have a tendency to reformulate things. I didn't like their reformulation as much of their Clear Skin AHA Essence, but overall, their brand is pretty affordable. Their products are mostly fragrance-free, and so far, I still trust them to this point. Another one brand you may or may not heard of, Ghost Democracy. They're not a huge brand. They're a smaller brand. They're a newer brand. Having pretty good luck with a lot of their products. Their vitamin C Lightbulb Serum is really nice. If you haven't tried it, it's worth checking out. And their products are generally mostly fragrance-free, sensitive, skin-friendly. They're a smaller brand, which I love. I'd much rather support a smaller brand than giant Unilever when I get the chance. So, Ghost Democracy, really impressed with them. And one other brand I've really been impressed with is 23.5 Degrees North. It's the weirdest name for a skincare brand, but they're a Taiwanese skincare brand. They've got some really nice toners. They've got some really nice masks. Most of them are great for sensitive skin. Their bamboo toner is quite nice. If you like bamboo in your products, it is a toner worth checking out. And their brand overall is pretty affordable, pretty fragrance-free, and pretty sensitive skin-friendly. And really enjoy that brand. So crazy. 1, 2, 3, 7. Yeah, 7 brands. There's probably more, but I just wanted to highlight brands that I trust and have good luck with most of their products. So there's probably some brands that are very trustworthy, but they have fragrance in a lot of them, so I can't use them, so why mention them? So anyway, these are my 7. I'm interested in hearing if you have any brands you 100% trust at this point. It's interesting because marketing gets in the way of a lot of things, and there's just not a ton of brands that are really fully transparent and trustworthy these days. It would have been really interesting to see what my list would have been a year ago and how it would compare today, because a lot of these brands are newer to me that I hadn't even heard of a year ago. And a lot changes very fast in the skincare world. It is amazing how fast brands come and go. And some stick around, and then it seems like the bigger they get, eventually get bought by somebody else that I don't like, or some giant, one of the big 6, Estee Lauder, L'Oreal, anyway. So those are my thoughts for the day. I'm interested in hearing you guys, so leave a comment, and I will see you guys more later. Thanks so much, guys.